Look at that puppy.
Where's the
baby.
puppy? So cute.
Hi,
Looking at
everybody.
me like,
There was a dog on screen briefly before we went live, so
Yeah.
missed it.
missed it.
Because
Too
of
bad
course
for you. Too
everybody's
bad for you.
Crazy.
Welcome to Phixius 5 session, whatever it is.
56.
50
Yeah, 56
something.
according to Twitch.
I
think it's
literally
56 today.
just did the thing and then it's completely gone.
It's been that
It's
kind
gone.
of week, though.
Yeah, it is. So, what do we got this week? We have our sponsor, as always, Canadian Dice. Go to canadiandice.ca, use the code THEVECTIER, all one word, to get 10% off of your order. Don't forget to put it in a checkout, though, because
God damn it.
you won't get the thing if you don't.
I
the
always
thing in.
forget. I don't get the thing. Every time.
God damn it. Remember to put it in, because then you get 10% off, and we get a kickback. Yay!
Like, with our
And you get
merch
10%
code, I
off.
forget every
So
time.
yay. Don't forget.
Don't forget.
Like I do.
The Vectier, all one word. All one word. It's one.
Was it all one word, Affy?
It was all one word.
That is amazing.
I know. As well, Maggie, their dice pick of the week is Troll's Blood. Honestly, it looks more like Christmas to me, but that's just me. You can see it right now in the screen over there.
We all
It
know that
is-
Ryan can't name stuff.
I mean, I get the mentality of it, but it's too sparkly for Troll's Blood. It has
Fair.
sparkles in it. You can't have Troll's Blood and sparkles.
What would you call it, Affy?
Christmas vomit.
Amazing.
That's what I was
That is
thinking, too.
much better than Troll's Blood. FTW.
We can leave out the Christmas part of it. We can say holiday vomit.
Can we?
Winter holiday vomit. Solstice vomit. I don't know.
Non-committal holiday vomit.
The cat ate
Oh.
the poinsettia of vomit.
What is it that Jason from Even Footing Games calls it? Non-denomination holiday.
I don't remember, but it was so funny
Christmas,
and it was really
Kwanzaa,
long, too.
Hanukkah shit.
Mahana Kwanzaa.
Mahana Kwanzaa. Perfect. Thanks for the follow, Magic Shibby.
They're from Magic Academy. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry that you found your way in here. We're a little nuts tonight.
I'm not sorry. Welcome to the
I don't even-
nonsense. Let's see what else we got. Last call for the DM, GM, storyteller, bullshit artist sign up for Spooktober, which just came up over there. I'm a genius. Spooktober. We do it Octobers. We are raising money for Extra Life, which is an amazing organization that works with Children's Miracle Networks across Canada and the US. Last year, we raised $1,500 for them.
Does the thing still work?
No, I don't think so. I think I turned it off.
Darn it. That would have been funny if it still worked.
This year, we're hoping to raise more than that, and we have a bunch of special guests planned that are coming. We can't tell you who they are yet, but it's very fancy. Last year, we had Todd Stashwick in our Hunter the Reckoning game with DM Jeremy. This year, we've got a whole bunch of people. Secrets. It's secrets. It's so secret, even Agni doesn't know, and he is the co-founder of the Vectier. So
It's
that is how
funny
secret.
because he has access to the mural board and
I
could
know.
find out.
I know. That's what makes it funny. If he just looked at the Miro board, he'd be able to see.
It's fine.
It's fine. we got scheduling wise? Tomorrow morning at 11:30, we've got Together Among the Stars with Dungeon Daddy Rick. Our guest this week is Kayla from Potions and Potpourri. Now, it is a pre-recorded episode because Kayla's not available Saturday mornings to actually be live. But I will be in chat doing the thingy while it's playing. What?
It's a lie because I have nothing else to do tomorrow morning unless I want to work. But
You have to be Rory, no?
well, yeah, that's why I'm always in chat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
So they won't be responding to chat, but I will be there and Artemis will be there. The Aphamus Blob will be in session. Saturday.
Will you be fighting?
Probably.
Fighting with yourselves on the back there again? Good.
Always.
That's what we like.
Tomorrow night at 7 o'clock, we've got Backpacker's Guide to TTRPGs with Emily and Artemis. This week they're diving into the adventuring gear in the player's handbook for 5e. So that'll be tons of fun because there's a lot of like vendor trash in there that a lot of people grab for roleplay stories. Almost all of my characters have soap on them. No reason, just cause.
Ball bearings, really surprisingly helpful.
A bag of 1,000 ball bearings. Great.
Sunday we've got Legacy of
Those
Fire at
5 or 6 is not
7:30
enough.
over on DM Jeremy's channel. Monday we've got Mistwalkers at 8:30 and it is episode 69.
Nice.
Nice.
Tuesday we have a very special episode of Bankar Brouhaha. It is the campaign wrap up at 8:30. Yeah, allegedly campaign wrap up.
Emily!
Allegedly.
I hurt!
This is Alyssa's first end of campaign ever. So like
It is.
she hasn't been through the dramatic.
trauma.
I can't. I
Yes.
can't take the pain. Emily, you're gonna have to keep going. I'm
All
dying over here.
Wednesday, Artemis, Sly, and myself, we're going to be over on Cantrips and Coffee for the Society, which is our Call of Cthulhu game, and that's at 9 o'clock. Thursday, we got Song of Crystal and Shadow at 8:30. As always, you can get our podcasts wherever you stream your podcasts. Our merch store is at tinyurl.com/vacmerch. And pause for 2 seconds.
Did
All you,
you,
Artemis.
Did you put, is there a code for the merch store? All one word?
Only if you are a player. So if you play or
Oh,
DM
okay, never
for
mind then.
Spooktober, you will get a merch code.
Mhm.
No.
Anyways, when we last left off, you had successfully completed the resurrection ritual and brought the king back. So King Asir is back, and Ram threw some clothes at them and yelled at them to be poorer. And
Rub some dirt on your face.
you help them dress like refugees to sort of blend into the crowd. And you discovered that the city Ebonbreak is built on the bones of an ancient city called Desphira, which used to be the last bastion of mortal life in the material plane. And Ram discovered this because of the crystals that power the ship. You learned a little bit about Dralles and what to expect when you arrive there. You learned that Pearlkeep is the capital, but the council of elves that run the country are actually in Dralles. And you arrived safely in Dralles and discovered that the Sumling Woods kind of juts up right against the city itself, where the Feywild sort of spills into the area. You were led into the city by a group of guards who were not expecting you, obviously, because the skyship is generally speaking on a very set path, and you had interrupted that, and so you're early for one thing, and you came with a bunch of refugees for the other. So
You're welcome.
You have arrived, and you are currently being led through the streets of Dralles. Do you guys need the map again?
Yes, please. Hi, Raiders.
Well, hi everybody. Hey, I know those people.
Is it-
We're gonna play a game with those people on the 30th of next month.
Yeah, we are.
Ooh.
Our raid broke, but
People
we
are
raided you. I can see that. Thank you for the raid. I didn't see
Raid
the
broke.
raid come in, but it's still saying you raided, so.
It's all good. And I will give you the map. Dralles.
Give me the map. I need the map so I can see where I'm going.
I have the map. So you guys landed
And
just
the map.
outside the you guys just landed outside the western gate of the city, and you're currently being led in. It's like the northwest corner of the gate of the city. You're being led in. There is an inn on the right hand side of the road as you're coming in, and there is like farmland within the walls of the city, and it's not what you would expect of a city that hosts the like governing council of the area.
It's very
But
100-acre woods vibe.
it is.
Hmm.
It's very pretty. There's, dandelions are running around, and you see plenty of the little face sprites that you've seen back in
Can you share those pictures?
Sure.
Just for our raiders, because they're so cute.
They are so cute. They're so cute.
So cute.
So here is the little dandelions that are running around. You see those guys. There are little butterflies that are actually tiny horses. Those guys. There are little flower sprites. They're kind of all over the place. You see all of these things sort of mixed in, and you can tell just from like walking through the city that all of these things obviously coexist here. The Feywild is very present here.
Now, alternatively, so that they can get a real vibe for your campaign, show us the horsepede.
That doesn't sound terrifying at all.
Or Rirka. Show us Rirka.
Oh, which one would you like? I got both of them right here.
You know which one, the bad one.
Oh, I know, but which bad one? There's
That one.
a couple of them.
Oh.
This is the thing that is haunting everybody at the moment. Drove you from your home.
Yeah.
Not terrifying
I
at
don't
all.
remember what that thing even was. No. Nope, that's not it. Oh, and also, well, we'll get to that in a second. But as you're sort of walking through town, there are, all of these creatures here. You see a small lake that sort of serves as water source for the town. You can even see that there are like water sprites there. And it's very calm here compared to where you just came from, considering the destruction of your home city and the death that you left behind. It's very much a stark change in tone.
Ram's just a little bitter, but they're always bitter.
Is Fram bitter?
Just, reasons.
Because you had to leave?
Oh. Out here all peaceful and shit. We just almost fucking died. How dare they?
How dare.
Exactly. How dare. The audacity. All right. So you are led through to sort of the central area of the city, and there is what looks to be a meeting house of some kind here, and you are led inside and asked to wait for a few minutes while they go and tell the council that you've arrived and that there seems to be a problem. Is there any sort of like dialogue you want to have before you meet with them? Or as you're walking?
So, not punching them.
Yes. I think that is the best plan, Ram. Do not punch them. This time.
This time.
This time. For
No.
first impressions, yes. Second impressions, we will see.
Okay.
Oi. They have a fake gate here.
I'm gonna go with yeah.
Perhaps.
What, did you think you were the only one?
I don't know. Kind of.
And you can, so as you are walking through the city, you do see also to the north where the Salmaline Woods is. As you were coming into the city, you saw at a great distance there is a very large tree at the center of this forest, and here you kind of get a little bit better look at it, and I'll push this out to you guys too. But at the center of the woods there is a massive tree, very similar to the one that you saw in the Swamp of Swords when you were visiting Astor's home.
That is a very big tree. So big. What is it for, Karani?
I don't know.
What does it do?
It does tree things.
Not me.
Oh. What sorts of tree things, Ram?
It breathes.
I see. Very good. I like this tree.
Aster
We
can
should
tell you
go
that the
check it out.
tree. Aster can tell you that the tree back in her home was used for like ceremonial purposes. Anytime a person wished to be laid to rest in the swamp, her family, it was their duty to sort of take the body to this tree and give it back to the earth there. And they performed a ritual there and tied special name silks in the tree. And it was like a record of memories. You don't know if this is the same or not, but
Aster. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, and then a hag moved in.
To the tree?
then you moved her back out.
Yeah.
I see.
It wasn't good.
That is... No, it does not sound good.
Okay, we Baba Yaga'd her to death, so.
Esther grumbles something about none of her spells working.
I don't even know why I took this spell.
All right, so you wait a few minutes within the council chambers, and you're led inside to a sort of gathering room.
Have my book at the ready.
You have to pick one of them. Who do you want?
Well, who do I see first?
Well, you would probably see Kada Eladi first, because you see a female elf with sort of long silvery hair and stark blue eyes, but her skin is actually like the color of copper, and she rushes forward to greet all of you and goes pretty much immediately to Asir and Ileana, and just like, these two are obviously friends. like these three are obviously friends, and she pulls them in and hugs them, and you can hear, like, you guys are close enough that you can hear the conversation, and she says, I thought that you had, I thought the worst. When I heard about the city, we all thought the worst. I'm so glad you're safe. And you hear Ileana, we are okay, and it's thanks to these, and she points at you guys. Thanks to these fine people here that we have arrived safely. And Kata sort of approaches and greets all of you. And she says, welcome to Dralles, all of you. You will find rest here. Please enter. We would like to hear your stories. All of the
Thank you.
information we've gotten has been mixed.
Yeah, demons will do that.
Demons in the city.
Or devils. I always mix them up.
Either
I
way,
think
that's
you
not
were
good.
right with the first one. I think.
I don't know. They're both the same to me.
It was chaos. Chaos was happening. Therefore, demons.
It was very bad. It is not much better now, I think.
Yes,
We need help.
We have people in the city that have been trying to get messages to us. But the information is scattered at best at the moment.
Well, I will say one thing. As far as anybody is concerned, he's dead.
She looks at Asir. Sort of a look of comprehension sort of crosses her face, and she nods. Of course.
Name is Asino. I mean, he can speak for
Well.
himself, but I'm just saying. Just in case he forgot to reintroduce himself.
You see Asir sort of nod in agreement at this, and so she looks at all of you and she says, well, please come and present to the council. We would love to hear what's going on so we have a better idea. And she steps back. And are you using your book on her?
Well, the way the book is worded is it's as I meet them. So I have met her separately.
Okay.
So I should get her secret and then somebody else's.
All right, I'll allow it.
DMs make the worst players.
Yes, yes, you do. It's fine.
Technically, it's
Technically.
So, as she sort of steps back, you can see that there is a sort of like council table set up, and seated behind it there are three other individuals. And these you presume are the four that, or the three that you were told about. One of them seems to be wearing very you see a man with quite a large scar running from like the top of his head all the way to his jaw, and he's wearing very shiny golden armor and a purple cloak. This you gather is probably Hayden, the general. There is also a very old looking elf. Like, elves, to get the sort of look that this elf has, must be very old. He's got sort of almost not necessarily gray hair, but hair that is probably much lighter in tone than it would have been had he been a younger man. And He has sort of that papery look to his skin, wrinkles around his eyes a little bit, but a kind look to his face, and very curious to see all of you. And then you see down at the end, you see a woman who is dressed very finely, and has a look of absolute boredom on her face. And that, you guess, is probably Sailor.
You look like a bitch.
Kind of, yeah.
And they're all elves?
Yes. Everybody here is an elf. And they look to be, like pureblood elf. No half that you can see. Yeah, not that you can see.
In their pants. What that means, I have no idea what it is.
I'm confused. What does it mean?
I don't know. Tell me the difference between full elf and half elf and human genitals. I'll wait.
No?
But I'm really curious.
That's a secret. So you have to pick somebody whose other secret you want. You only get one.
Oh! But they're all so juicy, I'm sure. Good, Ferndon.
Ferndon? Okay.
Ferndon, yeah. As much as I want sailors gossip.
Okay. What was that?
Cat. What? Oh,
That was
geez.
awesome.
Amazing.
She just walked into the kitchen and went.
They're just
The
singing the
cat after
song
Zara's
of your
own
people.
heart.
Right.
They're like, I heard you talking about me.
Oh. Amazing.
I'm here for it. I'm here for the song of their people.
Caterwauling.
Exactly. So Kata goes. You asked.
What? I wanted juicy, not sad.
Okay, so Kata leaves you sort of in the center of the room and goes behind the council table and takes her seat. Sort of right to the left of Ferndon. And they look at all of you. And Ferndon, when he speaks, his voice is a bit it shakes a little bit when he talks. And he sort of looks at all of you and he says, welcome to Dralles. Please tell us what it is that has happened in Ebonbreak. We are a bit at a loss.
Before Elise starts, because he's just a courtier and does things like this, just gonna pull them aside and be like, speak slowly and clearly and loudly.
Okay.
And enunciate.
And don't forget the present that we need to give them.
Yes, Elise is still holding the jar that you made dutifully, like they're just holding this ready to give it to whoever. Lee sort of looks at you and nods. Of course.
Then the leaves will present the cobbled together beautiful gift. Not bad for 3 days in the air with little supplies. Looks awesome.
Yep. Made out of silverware. So, do you want to describe this for like our new people here?
Yes. So
What it is that O made?
A lesser restoration spell in a container that's made out of different kinds of silverware and pieces of glass that they found on the ship that are all melded together with O's blowtorch and hammer as a gift.
I was an artificer, for those of you who don't know.
So we are not coming empty-handed.
Like, if you've seen How the Grinch Stole Christmas when he's making the tree topper.
Yep.
That's how
Basically what I pictured too. Yep,
It's
that's
glowing
basically what I
green, much
pictured.
to everyone's horror in the group.
So you didn't burn the ship down, so that's one thing.
Yeah, we aren't back
No,
yet.
but you are all pretty positive there is no longer any silverware on that ship at all.
That's fine.
None whatsoever.
It was a good reason.
Yep. And you're not
Yep.
sure what sort of like glass object that O broke to get the pieces of glass that they had, but you're pretty sure
And
that came
O's
from the ship
not
too.
telling.
I'm sure it wasn't important. Probably just a bottle of rum or something.
Something like that.
The captain's stained glass windows. Well,
Right. So
Maybe.
Elise presents the information about the attack, like what you have all sort of learned about it, about who was behind the attack, the fact that Rirka made kind of an odd move for her. At least you thought it was originally until you found out what the city was. And that she seems to have disappeared now, leaving her general in charge of the city.
also a demon or devil.
Yes. Named Orzak, who you all sort of like, who a couple of you figured out just from like the description, that sort of thing, was somebody who when Zariel was still in charge of Avernus, they used to answer directly to Zariel, and he had a very strong penchant for torture. He was the one who sort of would get information out of Zariel's captives. And he seems to be in charge of Ebonbreak now.
So everything's
you-
perfect.
The council listens, and you can see like Sailor, for the most part, is paying attention, but has this sort of like far off look to their face, like they're listening but they're not really listening. The other three definitely seem to be interested in what has happened and are sympathetic to the situation.
Elise is going to cast Detect Thoughts on Sailor. Not the deep dive, just surface thoughts.
Is there a save involved with that? I don't remember.
Only if they deep dive.
Only if they deep dive. Okay.
Yeah. For now, it's just surface thoughts, usually from like the conversation that's taking place. They get kind of, like those errant thoughts that cross somebody's mind when they're speaking to somebody. Or listening, as the case may be.
Yeah. So you so Elise hears mostly mundane things like thinking about food, that sort of thing. A couple of thoughts do sort of like cross their mind, like I can't wait for this meeting to be over with so I can get out of here and things like that. Like they just seem like they are really not interested in being here. They have a lot of work to do.
Just to clarify, the Minister of the Exterior would be somebody who would be interested in things that happen exterior to their city, correct?
You would think so, yes.
Any of them wearing holy symbols or anything like that?
Yes. So Faradin is very clearly wearing a symbol of, I think it's Barathas. Hold on a second here, I gotta check. I'll look at my notes. 1 second.
I think in the most Elise way possible, they're gonna call Sailor out diplomatically.
Okay. How?
Probably while looking right at her. They're gonna say something to the effect of, like, I don't want to speak for Elise, obviously, because
Yeah.
I don't want to speak for Maggie's character, but I feel like Elise would say something to the effect of, I know we're all very busy and have a lot of places to go, and we're probably very hungry, while looking like direct eye contact at Sailor.
Mm-hmm.
But people have died and will continue to die, and it's only a matter of time before this is at your borders. Or, as the case may be, pop up in the middle of your city without any notice.
Okay. So as Elise is sort of being tactful about what they're saying, Sailor does sort of like draw their attention back to what's going on in front of them and looks not necessarily a little sheepish, but maybe like they've been chided a little bit and
Good.
tries to like pay attention. But they seem very scattered. I don't know how long that spell lasts, but
We know if they're the youngest one on the council or newest one, or
they look to be, it's hard to tell because they're elves, but they do seem to be the youngest one here, yes.
It lasts a minute.
Minute? Okay. So yeah, they would still get my program that I keep my notes in is like flipping out. The Nope, it's gone. I have no idea where I was going with that sentence. I started it and I don't know where it went. ADHD is strong tonight, you guys.
hey.
But they do, from everything that you've sort of learned and everything that Elise sort of knew ahead of time about the council, Sailor seems like they are the youngest one on the council. Their appointment was a little strange, given how young they are. But not completely out of the realm of possibility. It's not like they're, like 20. They're maybe 100 or so, which is still very young for an elf.
Yeah. That's like right when they hit adulthood, basically.
Yeah.
Do you mean strange in the sense of, like, somehow they cavorted to get their position, or strange and just they're so young? It was unexpected.
Elise isn't really sure. This isn't, like, these aren't the typical elves that they dealt with back home. The council here has a very sort of closed door policy as far as how they run things. like, it's very clear who's in charge of what, but how they go about making their decisions is not as clear. So it was a little strange, both because they were young and also just because
they were the diversity TikTok hire.
Exactly. Okay, so the holy symbol that Ferrodin is wearing is Erathis, not Barathis. It's Erathis. They're the god of like law and it's kind of an odd choice for a mage. But Erathis is the sort of is a goddess of law and order and just magic by nature is chaotic. Even when it's very structured like wizards tend to be, magic is chaotic. So it's kind of an odd choice for somebody who is in charge of all of magic in Enderan to worship this god.
None of the others have anything on?
Not that you can see.
Okay. File that away. Know what to do or say or think about it yet.
They are also, so she's also known to be a very like duty bound god. Ram, they kind of remind you of Primus in that sense, both gods of law and order and that sort of thing. So they would work closely together, those two gods. Chances are they probably know each other. They have similar domains.
Okay. So unfortunately, the king's dead.
Yes, that is. So Ferrodin looks at all of you and says, "Yes, that is very tragic."
Just watching him. I don't know if he like actually heard me or not.
It's very hard to tell. He has a very good poker face.
He does. Or they do. Sorry. I guess at this point we just need to know what you want to do with this information.
I'll sort of look at you. Do with this information?
Yeah. It's only a matter of time before Rirka's like, hey, that place looks nice, let's go fuck it up.
Well, if that is the case, we will defend.
Okay. Do you have a couple dragons lying around, or, war machines?
When you say a couple of dragons, both Ferrodin and Kata shift uncomfortably.
Insight check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Okay. Go off, Betsy. I feel like that would be a bigger secret than the one I got.
I'm using my inspiration early.
Goodness sake.
Oh,
no, Emily, you're frozen.
17? You hear me?
17? Okay. Difficult to say for sure, but like you can't tell if it's because they know about the king and queen or if because there's another dragon here that you know about, or what exactly the issue is.
With their dragon.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, like, y'all are acting sus as hell, but even with a couple dragons, like, the king died. Just saying. And that was with a couple dragons.
Still lost.
What would you have us do? And this is Tadon speaking. You can, like, you know that he's in charge of the military here, and he sort of looks at all of you. What would you have us do in the face of such destruction?
We're working on that. But right now we need your help finding Phixius' site.
So Kata and Sailor and Tadon all kind of look confused.
That's
And
okay, I'm looking right
at Fairden.
Yeah.
He has a very good poker face.
So do I. Because I don't have a face.
Because it's made of metal. Oh.
What is this? And so Kata looks at all of you. What is this? I don't understand.
It's an item that would help us be more capable against such a threat. We already have a
No.
couple.
No, we don't. We have nothing.
No. Don't say that.
But on the DL,
just
the
say
big
the
ass
first
axe
part.
is just a big ass axe.
And do you think this is in a city somewhere?
We're near here.
So, as far as we know, a pair of goggles.
Muggles. Strange.
I know it sounds weird, but it's the thing.
Well, you are welcome to search our libraries to find more information if you like.
Oh, I could do that, actually. I could do that. I'm good at libraries. That's no problem.
I will help you, Karini. We can go to the library together.
Got it.
Totally O's
I am
just
excited.
broken into the restricted section.
With the blowtorch.
In the library. Great idea.
I'm sure there's nothing flammable in there.
Oh my gosh.
Bee-Boop's clinking along behind, full of silver.
The reason the Bodleian Library makes you vow to bring no open flames in.
So Kata sort of looks at everybody. Well,
Oh.
Ready?
What do you mean already? We've been live for 50 minutes.
there.
Jeez.
Never too early to start complaining about hydrates.
Just drink the water, you thirsty bitch.
Gosh, why would I just want to be dehydrated, man?
Just let me be dehydrated and chapped and dry skinned.
Gotta go
All right,
grab some
so
medicine. I'll be right
Kata looks at all of you and with a particular look at Ileana. They say you must be weary from travel. Please take some rest. We will gather and discuss what best to do.
There's a good place to do that, then.
There are a few places here in town, but you could stay at the Spirit Walk. We will let them know ahead of time. It's quite nice there. And Kata kind of looks at all of you and she says, speak to the owner, Daja. She will set you up.
We'll just let her know that you sent us.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
It did. She looks at all of you and she says, please, I will have the guards escort you. And I will walk with you as well.
Okay.
The council sort of breaks up a little bit. It's been a couple of hours now that you've been here, and like presenting all of your information and letting them know what has happened. And then you walk with Kata back through the city, and so like basically where you guys came in, there is that building that you went past that looked like an inn. That's where they take you.
It was
It's very
an inn
nice.
all along.
It was.
Shocking.
I know. It was actually an inn.
What?
I know. How dare, I guess.
Amazing.
Yeah, no worries, but you walk through town and they're just like, I'm gonna go. As you walk, Kata sort of falls in step with Eliana, and it's very clear that these two know each other. And you can hear them talking in low tones, speaking in Elvish, so anybody who speaks that maybe would understand. But they talk in low tones to each other, and Nasir is doing his best to act like a normal person and doing very badly at it.
That's okay. I'm gonna take as much attention as possible. I'm gonna make myself 7 feet and 11 inches tall and walk like clearly behind the guards, but like I'm someone of importance. My cloak is billowing.
You put on your Captain Ram
clinking along beside
ability.
You.
Yep, there's a metal soccer ball rolling on the ground next to you, making all kinds of racket.
So
it's amazing.
Looking at me and Beboop, we're good.
Yep.
Yeah. You do not see other Warforged here. Pretty much everywhere that you've been so far, you've seen other Warforged. Here, you do not see them. You the nature magic here is very strong. You see very few races other than elves here, actually. This place is primarily elves. There are a few humans. But other than that, not a lot of variants. And you are, escorted back through town. And eventually Kata switches back into common, and she says, the council, they will be slow to action. It is the way of our people. Kept us safe this long.
There is great danger. It may come here too. You need to know.
Not going to announce itself. It will literally pop up in the middle of the city.
Slow action may not be enough to save you. Just to say.
Word has already been sent out to call the army in, but I don't know what good it will do. The council will not willingly send the army out. What is it that you ask of us?
Evacuate the city.
Here.
Rirka
Evacuate
will go.
Dralles.
Yes. Rirka will go for the highest population densities. All the cities need to be evacuated.
No one is safe right now. It is not safe. It will not be safe until we can fix it.
See, she considers you carefully. But there is sort of that look of, why would she come here? What would be the reason?
Maximum devastation. She lost a war 2,000 years ago.
She is deeply troubled, and she sings a terrible song that is in her soul someplace. She will hurt as much and as many as she can, I think.
Well, city has defended itself before.
Not from her.
Have they defended themselves against a 500-foot tall, 2,000-year-old fallen angel?
No.
One that's
They are not
bound to Thera's
incapable.
doom?
When you say his name, Kata like draws up short.
There it is.
Do not speak his name.
If I have to speak his name to get the point across, that is what I'm going to do.
There's danger in speaking his name.
There's
There's
danger in
danger.
not speaking it.
Yes. There is danger. Either way.
And Ileana sort of like reiterates what you say. They're right, Kata. We have seen it. We were driven from our home. Not an easy task. And you see Kata sort of falls silent for a moment and seems to be lost in thought a little bit about this. You get the sense that she doesn't really think that there's much she can do to persuade them.
The destruction that will come will persuade them, but it will be too late. Act before if you can.
Do you think the city could be taken back?
Ebonbreak?
Yes.
Hard to say. I don't know what happens when she taps into that power source underground.
This Kata looks like she has no idea what you're talking about.
2,000 years ago, there was a floating city. The things that were left over, they built skyships. There was a couple left. They're underneath Ebonbreak.
Kata looks at Ileana, and Ileana looks really guilty, but doesn't confirm or deny what you say.
Look, I was there. I saw the city. And I know what it feels like.
I do not doubt you, my metal friend. I have met your kind before. Know what you've been through.
You can guess what we've been. And I'm imploring you now, as somebody who lived it, evacuate the city. You're the Minister of the Interior.
Jen is the only one who remembers our war. He's the only one old enough. Maybe they will listen to him if you can convince him.
Has to hear me first.
Kata kind of looks at you in understanding. Make him. I will do what I can. Ileana is a friend. But I am just one of the council. It's not up to just me. What you say is distressing for sure. But
You can't
elves
sit on it until you have a hemorrhoid.
elves have a long history of taking care of their own.
I'm aware.
Not much has changed.
If
Apparently.
if you do not react, you will not be taking care of your own. Many will die.
Or worse.
Yes. Worse.
And there is worse, by the way. I've seen it. I've done it.
Well, like I said, I am only one on the council.
You can bend to their ear.
One still has power to speak.
My job is to make sure that trade between our cities within the country does not break down.
Well, it'll break down when the cities are destroyed.
Yes. There will be no trade when the war hits you. You will have no job because
Or
it
life.
won't be needed.
Or worse.
Erden and Tadon are the two that you need to convince. Tadon
Obviously.
is in charge of the army. He is a fair man, but he looks out for our people. And Verdun is kind, but there are many within the city who think he is losing his grip.
That'll happen.
His word does not go as far as it used to. Sailor. She's young and ambitious. And her father has her ear.
Father?
His name is Malon, and he's on the religious council in Pearlkeep. He oversees the faith in our country. The religious council in Pearlkeep They decide who is allowed to be worshipped here.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Why?
And
Why would
he
you
likes to use his
need
daughter
to
as a tool.
decide this? Why would you need to decide who somebody worships? Why can they not decide for themselves?
There is power in names, and giving power to less scrupulous gods was dangerous. It was a
Who
harsh lesson that Andarin learned.
who is less scrupulous, and why should only one person decide?
It's not just one person, it is a council of them, but Malon lives his political oh god, I'm forgetting the word now.
Agenda?
Yes.
Power?
His political agenda through his daughter.
Hmm.
He was unable to gain the seat himself, so he made his daughter. And she's eager to please her father.
So he has much power in many ways, then.
Through Sailor, yes.
Also through his own choices, I think. If you control what a people believes, you have a certain power.
Something to be said for that, yes.
Just gonna put it out there as somebody who fought beside them. They're all shit. All of them. Every single fucking one of them.
This Kata sort of takes as like a grain of salt. You can see that she kind of takes it as a, yeah, okay, kind of thing.
Those opinions are not necessarily shared by everyone in the group.
Oh no, I'm just speaking for myself as somebody who literally fought a war beside them and against them.
Yep.
I'm not saying that I am ungrateful for the power that you've been given, Karini. I
Of the
feel
bright
that comes
goddess
from
who loves
you.
you. And the Everlight, who is very shiny. I saw them, Ram. They were so shiny. So shiny.
I know, I saw them too. It was really
At that
great to
point,
see them, like at the end of, and I just go off on a tangent about how
Yep.
late the
At
Everlight
that
joined
point, the
war.
conversation turns into just Ram complaining, always bouncing around talking about how shiny they were.
Cast silence on them. They can say whatever they want.
It lasts for as long as you're within that 60-foot radius, and then the minute you move out of that as you're walking, it starts up again.
Another thing.
Did you see how shiny they were, Ram? So shiny.
Yeah,
Silence.
I saw them. They were so shiny, and they were especially shiny when they waited until the last fucking minute to join the war.
But they helped us the other day very quickly in a timely fashion. It was good.
That was all Karini as far as I'm concerned.
Also quite shiny.
Really?
I liked it.
I can't even cast that spell, so it really wasn't actually me at all. But
See?
that's
Quite helpful.
neither here nor
Not
there.
not Karini this time. Only shiny Everlight.
So shiny.
So Karini, you make me a perception check as you guys are watching. Go ahead, Brie. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just gonna fall into step with Kata.
Okay.
And kind of lower my voice box.
Mhm.
So, who's the dragon?
It kind of looks at you and then looks at Ileana and then back at you. I don't know what you mean.
All right. Just saying.
And Ileana sort of pats her on the arm gently, and she says, They know. It's all right. And you can see Kata is very confused by this and sort of looks between the two of you. And then she says, Well, Master Erend is.
What's that?
That's the person who Ileana called her uncle.
Oh.
Oh, Uncle Imo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, it's Master
Erend is what she called him. So IREND.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. Ileana told us about that. The way y'all were looking, one of you seemed like you might have been one too.
Rainy like looks
No.
at her again.
No, that would make things a lot easier, but no.
Well, I mean, not really, because again, Ebonbreak fell, even with 2 dragons.
Mm.
And if I hadn't hopped on Kingy's back, he would have been dead before he even had a chance at Rirka.
And like you can see that Asir, like, he starts to say something and stops himself. Like, he's trying really hard not to blow his own cover. Like
Doesn't want to be dead.
I'm just saying, like, no offense to the king, may he rest in peace, but he had like 5 demons on his ass. And they were gonna run him into the ground.
You just hear it in a very kind of like low, gruff voice. I was doing okay until I wasn't.
Okay, bud.
Name of the episode.
I was doing okay until I wasn't.
Pretty good. I got a 22 perception check, by the way.
Okay, so yeah, as you are making your way through town,
Boink.
you pass by a small sort of copse of trees that is here, and there seems to be a shrine sort of right in the front of it that looks familiar to you.
Just stop for a second. I see who
You
it's
walk
for.
over. Do you walk over and look? So, what
Assuming
languages
it's
do
not,
you
like,
speak?
hundreds of feet away.
No, it's like right off the road there.
Oh, languages. ASL, Celestial, Common, Primordial, Sylvan.
Okay, so this is in Sylvan.
Okay, I was going to say, if I'm reading, I do have my book and I can use it if necessary. Read any language.
No, this is in Sylvan. And the shrine, it says in very sort of like janky hand-carved letters, it says Cottonwood. And there's a small like bowl of offerings and stuff there. And yeah.
Oh.
I thought
Oh.
religion was mandated here.
As you're reading it, like you follow, so like the letters are like all sorts of like crooked and stuff like that. And then on the side, it just sort of like on the side of it, there's another symbol that basically just says apples.
Does it look like Cottonwood made this?
Yeah, probably.
Trying to.
You have something similar at home.
The same handwriting was on the lunch bag that came through the tree with me, you know.
Pretty much. You guys all see Karini looking at this very curiously.
You look like you gotta take a shit.
I think I am saying out loud, no. No.
No way.
Walk away, like, oh god,
No
Karini,
way.
what
I'm getting
what is
angry.
happening?
Nothing.
Hmm.
Are you pouting about a god? Because me
It
too.
doesn't. It
No.
Anybody else speak Sylvan? I think maybe
Perennially.
Aster does.
Aster does not.
No.
At least speaks
I-
Elvish, obviously. But...
I speak Sylvan, or
Okay,
understand it.
so if you look, you can also see that it says Cottonwood.
Oh, I know them. I know them. They pushed me through the tree at your house a while ago. And sent me
It's
with
been
the
like a
beetle.
week. It's been like a week. In game
Wait, a
time, it's
while
been about
ago.
a week.
With that in mind, I look over at her, Ada.
Mhm.
Thought religion was mandated here.
It is.
Then who is that?
Cottonwood.
Yes, Cottonwood.
Cottonwood is not a god. Yes.
No, but they are a very powerful person.
Well, so am I. Where's my shrine?
I can make you a shrine,
can-
Ryan.
Petition to
will
have
be
one if you
shiny.
like, but
Oh,
Cottonwood
Do
visits
you
here
like
regularly.
silverware, Ram?
I don't eat, so silverware is just decoration for me.
Okay, I will think of something. It will be fine. You will like it.
Cottonwood.
Yes, they come here quite regularly. They always come from the woods, and she points at the Sommeline woods.
Yeah, that tracks.
We're a
sure.
bit eccentric.
We've met.
Don't say.
Is there a way to get to where they are through the woods? Do you know what? There are very tasty beetles there. I like them. I would like to go back sometime.
I don't know where they are.
But they come from the woods, yes?
Yes, usually.
Okay, thank you. That is quite exciting.
I pull out one of the chilled beetles from a bag of coaling and give it to O.
Oh, it's like
I
when you
take it
put-
reverently and look at it quite happily, and then the crunching starts.
when you put a whoopie pie in the freezer.
Mm.
That was delicious, Ram. Thank you.
Welcome.
Oh, you continue on your way, and you're led to the inn, which is called the Spirit Walk, and you realize that this place doubles as a bathhouse. And Hada sort of guides all of you inside, and you are greeted by a very very beautiful elven woman with sort of like dark brown skin and hazel eyes and sort of black hair that's in tight braids back like down her back, and she has a very warm welcoming smile, looks at all of you, sees Kada, gets an even more welcoming smile, and she says, welcome all of you. It is nice to meet all of you travelers. I saw you land.
Mm-hmm.
And Kada kind of comes up and she says, Daja, they need rooms for the night, please. And Daja looks at all of you. Of course, of course. Would you like separate rooms or all together?
Cuddle puddle, cuddle puddle, cuddle puddle, cuddle puddle, cuddle puddle.
For safety.
And you guys
For
like
safety.
look in the like lobby area that you're led into, and Kenny and Frank are in here. They're like
Kenny
sharing
and
a
Frank.
plate.
Oh, they're with
They're-
us, so everything's on the council bill.
You can see that like Kenny's got like a grape halfway to his mouth, and he kind of looks over at you guys and just waves. And she says, "Oh, okay, of course. We'll put you all sort of together.
I'll
We
go
have
in the
a suite of
shower room.
rooms.
I take a bath first.
Oh, of course, we have facilities here for that. The hot springs are quite nice.
Do you do oil changes?
We could get some special oils, sure.
I'm just kidding.
You can
I'll
see
have a
like that,
bath.
just like she's trying really hard to like yes, of course.
Of course we do that thing for all of the Warforged that live here. That thing that's not actually a thing.
It's like what they do with the Tin Man. They just like dunk him in a whole oil bath.
Or like the C-3PO. This oil bath's going to feel so good. I need
Buff
some
you down with a
buffing.
big floor buffer.
Buffing and waxing, please.
It's gonna be so shiny. So shiny. Oh, matcha. Yeah. Yeah. Looking at me.
But yeah, you're all you're all sort of giving keys to rooms and led up to sort of one wing of the building that is sort of separated from the others. You see that there are like suites here, and you're given a couple of rooms all sort of right by each other. And Kenny and Frank are like in one already that's up there. Like, wait till you see the bathhouses.
Yeah, that's next.
And I think that's a good place to take our break.
We'll be right back. I'm Effie the DM, and this is the Vactaire. If you know, you know.
I swear naturally. But if I have to think about it, I can't. I can't just work the words in. Shit fuck.
Could you just like give them like a bowl of lube and we can just get it to go? I don't know at this point what to say or to do.
A bowl of lube.
They make it in flavors.
I will cast guidance on your penis. There you go. Pat pat.
What if we go find a plant, 2 plants that like you connect with, and then we don't just go pick them, but like you connect with them, you know?
We'll find a shrubbery. Make sure it's nice and not too expensive.
Me.
I like gloop to be right beside her face.
Move so I'm real close to them just in case
like this?
something happens.
What can I do to help you?
I feel like I'm on some psychedelics.
If you're a new DM or even maybe an
Don't
experienced
play with
DM,
us.
you're clearly witnessing DM failure here. Clearly. Engage
I try to move
players.
my piece,
Keep
I move the
interested
whole
in your
map.
game.
You have feelings and we're friends. You have feelings and we're friends. You have feelings and you're friends.
Don't you make this a pull door because I'll lose my fucking mind.
If I just try to open the door, does it open?
It opens out.
I mean, I'm sure you would have gotten there eventually, but...
Did he?
Well, I don't know why I learned this spell. So,
Flailing around like one of those inflatable tube guys.
oh no!
The wacky flailing arm 2 man.
I don't see you wiggling, motherfuckers. Wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
I only wiggle when I want to wiggle.
I'm Jason.
Do you want to wiggle right now?
I imagine duality's wiggling.
You went really deep, man. It's not supposed to be deep tissue.
Your ass was mesmerizing.
You just need to put the tip of the needle in.
Just the tip, just for a second.
I won't be able to sit for a week.
Well, I don't feel comfortable sharing some of the naughty bathroom things I know how to do with a bunch of children. But
Why?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
ask your ghost parents.
Oh god, my husband was here for all that. You cast this spell and the sky
Go
above
watch my
begins
face
to
now.
swirl into this butthole.
They like in circles around you, like do 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 do. And he's saying this out loud too. He's making his own music that he's dancing to. Do 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 bigly, bigly. Do 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 do.
I will not soon recover from this. I will not soon recover from this. I have never wanted the death of someone more than right now. Keisha, it was a good fucking game, but I fucking hate Brie. Fucking hate her. I fucking hate her.
No, you don't. You love me.
I do. I do.
When one warforged loves another warforged very much.
I see you, our one true king. We stand Brendan Fraser on this channel. We don't care what time it was. We don't care what his body type is. We stand Brendan Fraser.
Do you hear that, Jeremy? Do you hear that, Jeremy? Go
Brendan,
fuck
like
yourself,
stand
Jeremy.
Both anthros are adorable.
I'm gonna say while you guys are talking, the camera pans out to the lobby, and everybody in the lobby can see that Sheriff is talking to somebody in that office. Not sure who. They're very chatty back and forth, though. For both the Reverend and Jesse, you immediately pick up on a couple things. Not everybody in this town is particularly...
Don't feed the babies lead paint, coward.
They don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming.
Somebody.
Pants.
We should go to that family and then see if we can appeal to them. Is that the word I want?
I think it's begging.
We could threaten them with knives.
Oh, okay.
Or
So
we
we have
could
many
just
options.
ask. Good idea. Let's threaten them with knives. Just tell them that I murdered the entire family minus one. It'll be fine. What could go wrong?
Nope.
I once ran into a Spanish beaver. Interestingly enough, there is no such thing as a Brazilian beaver.
I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
Yeah, pretty much.
What? You sounded like you were grapefruiting your man.
I'm just gonna go now. What's that? You need me? Okay.
Does this mean we win? Does this mean we
Bring
won
up
D&D?
I never want to leave here.
I'm Effie the DM, and this is the Vactair. If you know, you know.
I swear naturally, but if I have to think about it, I can't. I can't just work the words in. Shit fuck.
Could you just like get them like a bowl of lube and we can just get it to go? I don't know at this point what to say or to do.
A bowl of lube.
They make it in flavors.
I will cast guidance on your penis. There you go. Pat pat.
What if we go find a plant, 2 plants, that like you connect with, and then we don't just go pick them, but like you connect with them, you know?
We'll find a shrubbery. Make sure it's nice and not too expensive.
Me.
I like gloop
to be right beside her face.
Move so I'm real close to them just in case
like this?
something happens.
What can I do to help you?
If
I feel like I'm on
if
some
you're,
psychedelics.
If you're a new DM or even maybe an
Don't play
experienced
with
DM,
us.
you're clearly witnessing DM failure here. Clearly. Engage
I try
your
to move
players.
my
Keep
piece,
them
I move the
interested
whole
in your
map.
game.
You have feelings and we're friends. You have feelings and we're friends. You have feelings and you're friends.
Don't you make this a pull door because I'll lose my fucking mind.
If I just try to open the door, does it open?
It opens out.
I mean, I'm sure you would have gotten there eventually, but...
Well, I don't know why I learned this spell. So.
Flailing around like one of those inflatable tube guys.
Oh no!
The wacky flailing flail arm 2-man.
I don't see you wiggling, motherfuckers. Wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
I only wiggle when I want to wiggle.
I'm Jason.
Do you want to wiggle right now?
I imagine duality's wiggling.
You went really deep, man. It's not supposed to be deep tissue.
Your ass was mesmerizing.
You just need to put the tip of the needle in.
Just the tip.
Hello, we're back. And the cameras are fucked
Hello.
because I'm a
Oh,
professional
no.
streamer and so prepared and panic.
I'm here. I'm here now. I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm not a
Maggie.
professional streamer though.
Maggie has joined us.
I'm in New Jersey.
Pasta is also here.
Helping out
Being
with
a
Boomer
menace to society. As per, usual.
As per usual.
I also have cat.
Although I have to say she's been very good the last week at not
Wait, is that
dealing with
Turtle?
team meetings.
Is
Well,
that
that's
Turtle?
you.
Hello
Then
again.
Matcha is up there.
Okay, where's Turtle?
Turtle's in a chair in another room.
Oh.
We need to do another Vactair pet reel.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
We've
in
got
a
so
little
many
bit.
new people. We've got so many new people and everything, so. Anyways, welcome back. It's chaos. It's fine.
Everybody's about to have a bath.
Yep.
Oh, and
You have arrived at the Spirit Walk, which is the bathhouse in Dralles. You've been given rooms for the evening, thanks to the council in Dralles. Kada, in particular, seems to be the most receptive to you guys being in town, and also seems to be a close friend of Ileana and Asir. So, but you have all been, left to your own devices in your rooms at the moment. Kada and Daja are talking, and you can see that Kenny and Frank have also joined you. They look like they are freshly bathed though. But you
I
are
unbathed
left
them.
How do you do that?
on Kenny and
No,
Frank.
I'm not gonna do that.
Terrible.
Elise is trying to figure out the best way to cover their gem again if they're gonna go in the public bath. They're kind of just like holding up different towels in front of the mirror, but all that the camera can see is there's just like a perfectly placed vase that hides their butt. And that's all the camera can see from behind. It's like the time that who walked in on who in it was Valish and Alaric. It's like that
Alaric,
scene.
yep.
It's like that scene where there's just perfectly placed furniture in view.
Right.
Except
Yeah. Yeah. It was like all of Alaric's tinkering shit.
yeah.
Oh, it was his cowboy hat.
Yeah. It was just covering up Valish's butt and crotch. So imagine that, but there's like a very delicious fruit bowl there. Like one perfectly placed peach in the fruit bowl covers Elise's very flat square ass.
Yep.
Yes. It's okay. I also have a flat square ass. I would love a peach to cover it.
You
Elise,
also have
as you-
disguise self. I'm just putting that out there.
Can I even
I
use that?
I bet O could
It's an
make
illusion
you
spell.
something. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
So, Elise, as you're sort of like checking yourself out in the mirror that's in the room that's been provided for you,
Mm-hmm.
You get a glimpse of that stone in your chest, and you hear that voice in your head again, the voice calling to you to look down the river. It's only for a moment, and it's very faint. It's like an echo, but your crystal sort of pulses for a second and then goes quiet again.
Elise looks down at their boobs and the crystal and goes, "Not now. I'm trying to relax."
O could make you a spoon kini, Elise. So like
spoon
a
kini?
spoon that has straps and covers your crystal.
My nipples.
Crystal specifically, yeah.
Okay,
It
but will it
covers
also
your
cover
nipples,
my
not the
nipples? Or
crystals,
is it
just the nipples.
will it cover my nipples and the spoon and the crystal? Sorry. Or is it just covering the crystal and I need a separate
How we
bikini?
always say
Just
that
let O know what you need and they'll make it. The end.
Okay.
We always say that DMs are the worst players. I don't think that's the truth.
Did I just win a worst player award?
I think you won the most chaotic player award, at least in my game.
Yeah.
And that's saying something. Cedar's been here.
Elise would like the spoonkini to cover their chest, their nips, and their like other downstairs bits. But they say that like also make it as revealing as possible, while also making it cover those specific parts.
But you can
They will be
literally
ready for their
disguise
fitting.
yourself. You
Because
can walk around naked, but disguise yourself to have clothes on.
that would be
True.
weird.
Weirder than a spoon kini?
I mean, I don't know clothes,
I
so...
just not to have a gem.
But that would be like that would be weird. Why don't I just have O create a very complicated disguise for myself instead of using my magic?
Do you want to bathe today or no?
Yeah, I mean, how long can a spoonkini take to make? It's like
So
you
your
just take
precise
spoons and
measurements of cover everything but reveal everything?
yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like you're underestimating O.
I'm not underestimating O.
I look
I'm
at O.
perhaps overestimating your ability to settle.
To sell what? I'm just wearing
Settle.
the settle.
Like, settle for something.
I am perfectly chill. Look at me, so relaxed. Elise says, very
If you
tense and not relaxed.
Pull up your butt, it would turn to a diamond in like a day.
We could try it. I mean, we do need another diamond now, don't we?
Don't.
It would have a flared base, I assume. You're not just going to
have
give me
two.
any old diamond to put up there. Come on. I'm worth
I
a
wouldn't
lot.
I'd give you coal to put up there.
Oh, well, it would have to have a flare base. But like, if you put an already made diamond up there, you would get double the diamonds, right? That's how it works.
No.
So wait, if you just leave a diamond in the earth longer, you don't just get more diamonds? What? You guys are silly. Oh, let's work on that, Spoonkini.
Kenny and Frank are like standing in the doorway to your suite, just like watching this exchange happen, and they're both just like, "Huh? You guys want to go down to the? You guys want to go down to the bath or not?"
Away. Take me away.
You trusted us with your lives, and now we're having this conversation.
I sometimes can't believe that
They are very confused.
I chose willingly to join this game.
What do you mean?
I've been here for 60-some episodes or whatever it is. 5 million years.
If it's session 55, you've been here for 45. Or
44.
56. Yeah, so yeah, you've been here for 45 episodes now, so.
So you want a Spoonkini too, is what you're saying.
Happy anniversary, Emily.
Spoonkini.
It's not an anniversary yet, is it?
No, you just had that.
45. Right?
You just had your 1 year anniversary about a month ago.
This is your 1 year.
Leave it to me to remember this nonsense. Anyways, please move on. Are you going down to the bathhouse or not?
Yes, give me a bath.
I'll go down, but I am going
I feel like
to
Elise and O are like walking down together, designing this nonsense that's happening.
Well, I feel like Elise
trailing their blowtorch.
Elise has a towel around them, and like they got a bunch of spoons stuffed between their boobs.
They're just clanking up against the gem in your chest.
Yeah. Clang, clang, clang. This is totally not suspicious now.
And we got like a raid full of new people tonight.
And you let me back on?
Look, you haven't been here in a couple of weeks. I forgot how chaotic it is, okay? Anyways, Kenny and Frank lead the way down to the bathhouse. And much like the rest of the city, there is hints of the Feywild here too. Like, you can see some of those sprites are here. There is greenery. Like, the bathhouse is very well kept. It's very beautiful. There is a very large heated pool available, or Daja explains that there are individual baths, should you choose.
Go to an individual one.
Franny just like marches off down the hallway.
Have fun.
Puts a cone of silence over their bathhouse.
I need a break.
If I never hear about another spoon again.
I can't wait for O to use that I need a break as a Genku at some point later in the campaign.
I need to start making a book of quotes O will need to use.
Yes.
Yep.
There's been some good ones.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you can decide, if you're getting in, what you're doing here. Like, I assume that Aster just does what she did the last time you were at one of these and floats in the pool face down like a messed up teabag.
Mm-hmm. Elise goes in, and as Elise sits in the water, all the spoons fog up. And I said, if I could shape water, I would show you some really gnarly tricks right now. But I can't for legal reasons. And Elise takes one of the spoons out and begins to stir the water in front of them. And then, picks up a spoonful. And you can't see what I'm doing, but when you're about to blow on hot soup? They just go like and like let the water kind of like fly off the spoon onto the ground and like raises their eyebrows up and down like still pretty good that trick, huh?
Sure. Sure.
Are the other two entertained?
Splashly hops into the hot tub. As one might imagine.
Yep.
There's suddenly a bird
In the bath.
bath.
Bird bath.
Yep.
Bannister's floating face down in the water with her hair all spread out around her. Kind of like if you've ever seen a picture of how crocodiles sleep in the water and they just sort of like float slowly. Like that's what Aster's doing right now.
Butterflies are landing on them and fluttering.
Pretty much. The little fae mares that you saw when you got here, there's
They
a
went
couple of those.
Aw.
Is that like level like this in the water? Following them around?
Their nose mouth just sticking out.
Using
Exactly.
Aster's hair
Just,
like an
just the
island.
nostrils.
You are joined a little bit later by Ileana and Asir. And you can see that Ileana just, like, she sits in the bath and, like, she's been carrying around a lot of tension for the last, like, 4 days now. And you can see that she obviously needed a moment to take a breath. Like, her and Asir, they sit close by, but it's a little strange because they seem like they want to sit with you guys, but they don't know if they're allowed to. Like, they're sort of unsure about where they should be.
Question: Is it
that
a
lasts for
Wednesday?
about 35 seconds before Kenny and Frank jump in the water with them.
But Artemis, is it a Wednesday? In the Phixius universe.
No.
Okay, so they don't need to be wearing pink to sit with us. It's fine.
Well, if it's a bath, they're naked, so they'd be pink anyway. In some tone.
In some tone.
Or red, depending on how hot the water is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, if they're like, should we sit with you? Should we not sit with you? Ram is just like, why are you sitting over there?
They kind of look at you guys like,
Is it
we
because
didn't
you're
want to
naked?
intrude. No, we didn't want to intrude.
On what? My girlfriend's
Family
being a
time?
teabag. Over here. Fuck's sake.
They sort
It
of
is
like
bath time.
sheepishly
You can
come
come
over
too.
and they sort of like sheepishly come over and sit by you. And you can see that even in this form, King Asir is covered in scars. Like, he, for the most part, like, he doesn't really have any on his face, but his body is covered in them.
Does he have a new one across his neck?
No. No, but he definitely looks like he's seen some things.
Me too.
Are you in the bath too?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Do you let Reggie out?
Well, I let him out before I go in the bath because then his apartment would be.
And so when you let Reggie out, he comes out with his new friend that Aster had given you guys last time. And, like, he's leading it around like it's a horse. Like, he's made a little collar, like a little harness for it. And he's leading it around. And just, he's like, looks so happy right now. Mom, I made a space for him and everything.
Great. Good to hear. I'm glad I'm gonna have a stable full of shit in my body.
He doesn't poop. He doesn't eat.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine then.
Besides, my poop goes somewhere else, so it's fine.
What?
Not concerning at all.
You hear from down the hall. What? Where does it go?
I'm also. Where does it go?
I don't know. Your motor kicks in and it goes somewhere else. I don't know. I didn't ask questions.
Oh no, the bag man comes out of
Magnus
Ram
has
one
just
day.
got a pile of rat poop somewhere.
Oh no.
In a compartment someplace.
There's like a compartment.
Just
The
gradually
septic tank is in my
growing.
foot.
Oh, your foot has that special pocket for seeds that were full. That it was full of seeds for Reggie.
And then the other one's full of Reggie's
That built his
poop.
foot there.
It's full circle.
So my other foot is full of shit and secrets. Got it.
I thought that was your head.
Oh.
I don't have a comeback to that. I'm too dumb.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. I only imagine how chaotic it's going to be when you're all back together.
It's gonna be fine. Everything's great.
Everything's fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
Nothing's on fire, like the whole world
World's
or anything.
not on fire.
It can't all be on
Crying
fire. We're
juice.
in the bath.
Yep.
You are eventually joined by Kata, who sits with Ileana and Asir.
Oh, you're here too.
Yes, I quite like it here.
Why is that?
Bath is quite healing.
Mm-hmm.
Is that not enough of a reason?
No reason.
Okay.
The innkeeper. She's real pretty.
Daja, yeah, she's an old friend.
Yeah.
We've known each other since we were young.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Very pretty.
I suppose so, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
One would
We hear
say
snickering coming from Drainey's bath at us.
she would be worthy of a good companion.
Of course.
You should do something about it.
Like you
hear from
would
down the
be-
hallway.
You would be a good companion.
Me? Why would
Yes,
you say
you.
that?
Ram?
Anyone would be lucky to be with Daja. She's great.
I have a nose about these things. As I gesture to my no-nos.
You don't have a nose.
I know. But
You're
I'm
getting
Kenny
called
and
out all
Frank.
over the place.
Kenny and Frank, who are like cuddled up in the bath, they kind of look at you all and they're like, yes, it's true.
I'm the matchmaker.
The nose is hypothetical, metaphorical. Yeah, that one.
I'd say it's my guts, but I don't have guts either.
No, quite clearly you have a rat.
That's Reggie. He's my son.
Okay.
No, my
You
actual
can tell
son,
she
my
doesn't really know how to
metaphorical son.
take that.
He's an
You can tell she
awakened
doesn't know how
rat.
to take that. Oh, that's clever.
He's very clever. Probably more clever than his 11 intelligence.
Actually, I have to look at his character sheet. I haven't updated it in a while, but
I feel like my intelligence then must be like 100 or something.
Indeed. Well, it will take something clever to convince the council to aid you in this.
I see you deflecting.
But as
Deflecting?
you know, it cannot just be us. You need to help too.
Sort
Because
of gives you Ram the
your
side eye.
word carries more import. Ram.
I didn't do anything. I'm just saying I've got a gut
Fine.
instinct about these things.
Yes, this is true.
Hypothetical, metaphorical gut instinct.
I have a gear instinct about this.
A killer instinct about this.
That sounds mildly threatening. I like it.
A spicy instinct.
I can't gauge spice. I don't eat.
Okay, we're gonna have to work on this branding thing for you later.
At least your branding is on point. You have this. I think.
Elise the sneeze.
I go and I fist bump O, but it's like a fist and a feather bump.
Rainy sneezes from the other room.
Rainy coming for my brand there.
I probably only stay alone for like 20 minutes just to like relax and then come in with
You get a
everybody
cease
else
and
in a
desist
row.
letter. No sneezing. That's Elise's job.
Yeah. Only I am allowed to sneeze.
Get reamed out by Elise as soon as I join the group.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you got any tips about the council?
I mean, it's like I told you earlier, your best bet is to convince Tadon, and he's probably the one that would have the most say with the army. He's in charge of it, so if that's what you're looking for.
Not really.
Sheridan, he has his uses. He's kind, but like I said, his word does not hold as much sway as it used to.
Something happened to cause that, or is it just sometimes things fall on deaf ears?
More the second.
Hypothetical, metaphorical years.
How's it that you know this? She looks at you, Ram.
Like I said, I've got a gut instinct about things.
Curious, you seem incredibly well informed.
Make friends with the right people.
Elise raises their eyebrows at that.
Bless you.
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
At this what?
Sneeze and desist.
Yeah, you can't. That's Elise's thing.
You're not allowed.
Oh. My allergies have been so bad.
Oh, is it ragweed?
I don't know what it is, but it's been
Pasta.
so bad.
Pasta, what are you doing?
Can relate.
But yeah, Kata kind of looks at all of you. I don't know what can be done to convince them.
Perhaps they need to know that you take us seriously. We
will
need
try, yes.
more voices to go with our own.
I will see my friendship with Ileana as a soft point. That I am sympathetic because of it. Not thinking clearly, as a council member should.
Oh, before I forget, Elise, you talk to the council and you cast Detect Thoughts on Sailor.
Yeah.
So you know that she does not take her shit seriously.
Her shit or our shit?
Yes.
All shits.
She doesn't take her position seriously. She did not take our conversation seriously. She was too busy. I'm hungry. I got a lot of work to do. I hope this meeting is over soon.
So she has ADHD.
Yeah, but
Also does not like her job.
She's also Elise. She's also very young for an elf. So
Yeah.
the whole council here is like full-blooded elf, and she's maybe 100, which is very young for an elf.
Mm-hmm. Elise quietly thinking to themselves that they could maybe leverage this into a good position later on, but they also have to save the world. Bummer.
She also does everything her daddy says.
Elise thinks that would be nice to have a daddy. Still.
Buddy.
And Maggie thinks
Same,
that
though.
too. Yeah. But,
Same.
yeah.
That's
Anyways, on that depressing note.
The hurt.
I said it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
So Elise, but this person, they also have a crush on the front desk person, or is that a different person?
Person
Kata.
with us does.
Yeah, the person that's with us.
Is that the same person who is a council person?
Well,
Gotcha is not a council person. Kata, who's in the bath with us, is.
Yeah. Okay.
Gotcha is the owner of the inn and spa thing we're
Okay.
at.
There's a little chemistry going on between them.
Yeah, and they
Or
just
who's
need
this
the right catalyst, aka Ram.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
The
a
subtlest.
catastrophe. I'm a catalyst.
Ram's slogan is also "I don't cause commotions, I am one."
See, Ram does have some branding at least.
I'm the juggernaut, bitch. Wait, that's taken.
only in some universes.
Oh my god, imagine if all the myths came together and going through the copyright claims.
I always said if we get a cease and desist from Disney, I'm gonna frame it.
Why would we get a cease and desist from Disney?
Because then
because I think it would be funny.
That's why you.
But why? We haven't done anything that's openly plagiarizing them.
A whole new.
Up until now.
Yeah. Yeah. Elise leans into the tub and they like start sinking deeper and deeper, and they kind of are, and they think to themselves, this is what it's like to be the chained oblivion. And they blow bubbles.
Well, as you have that thought, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
shit.
I don't
Consequences
have
of your
my
actions.
I don't have my character sheet. Could somebody tell me my
Wait,
bonus?
I sent it to you, didn't I?
I thought
you
you
have
had-
a +1 wisdom save.
Oh, I got this, guys. I got this.
And you have an inspiration. Just in
I
case.
got this. I got
Maybe you
this.
should have one too. I forgot to put it
I
on the
rolled a
sheet. I have one
19.
too.
I rolled a 19.
You do have this.
A dirty 20.
Yeah, dirty 20.
Okay, so as you have that thought, your ears fill with the sound of rushing water, and like there's a pulse from your crystal again for a second, but you're able to sort of shake it off.
And well, you see like Elise blowing bubbles, and then the bubbles stop for a second, but then the bubbles begin again. Where their brain had to remember to keep blowing bubbles during after the wisdom save.
You okay?
Elise's eyes look over, and then they just kind of like ignore the question because that's not lying. That's just obfuscating the truth. And they go to quietly try to sneak up behind Karini.
Not in the bath.
Oh, I thought you came to us. I thought you came to us.
I came into the room in a robe.
Okay. I'll try to sneak up on O then.
He pruned.
Okay, so, make a perception check as you're busy watching the little butterflies landing on Aster's hair in the water. And I'm going to
Ooh.
say at disadvantage. So
Well,
you're
I
going to roll
don't think
twice
you
and
need
take
to
the
worry
lower.
about. Okay, well, I just got a 4, and I'm probably not going to get lower than that. Unless I do. What's that?
Please
say?
make a stealth check,
3!
please.
Oh
because
my
think
god, I
it's
got
funny.
a 3. Never mind, I spoke too soon.
Please make
have
a
a
stealth check because I
7.
think it's funny.
I have a 7 plus whatever I have to that.
Okay, so what's your perception then? If it's a
Me?
3 plus whatever, yeah, so it's 3 plus whatever
Mm.
you add to your perception.
It's an 11 stealth for you, Elise.
I'm so good at this.
Okay, me. Or would it be? Maybe it's in skills, eh?
Oh my god, you actually sneak.
Plus 1, so I got a 4. A 4. Yeah, it was a 4. Full stop.
The rest of you are watching the most ridiculous, like, sneaking that Elise can possibly do. Like, it's like Pink Panther sneaking. And O is so, like, laser focused on one of the little Feymares that has landed on Aster's hair that they don't notice Elise sneaking up on O.
I attempt to tickle O.
There you go.
What's that sound effect? Oh my god.
Basically
Oh my
what's
God.
going on right now. Like, the conversation has stopped and everybody else is, like, watching this happen, but the two of them are so focused on their tasks.
O's response. 1 second here. Hold on, wait for it. Oh my god. Sorry guys. Hold on.
No problem.
The delayed reaction. Oh my god, this is taking forever. Okay, hold on. I'm almost there. Heard it. Where the hell is
God.
that? Wasn't
That was
mine. That was somebody else. I'm still waiting for mine to load. Okay, here we go. Did it go? It didn't go.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What the fuck?
It went.
Yeah, it went.
No, it was supposed to be a crow. There we go.
is.
That took for fucking ever.
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
the sudden, like, crow noise right next to her head startles Aster, which she, like, flaps around in the water a little bit and, like, looks up at all of you and just looks livid because you interrupted whatever it was that she was doing.
The butterflies take off.
Yep, the butterflies take off. The room is just full of, like, movement, and, like, everybody sort of chuckles at all of this for a second, and, like, you can feel the tension kind of leave a little bit in all of the nonsense.
Elise goes to hug O.
Elise!
Yes.
No!
I unhand O apologetically. Sorry, O.
I don't know why it's so funny. You scared the butterflies.
No! I did not mean to scare the butterflies, but I am apologetic for doing so.
There's a very disgruntled Genku in front of you right now.
Aster goes back to floating face down in the water with her hair all around her. Because, you know, that's what she does.
Mm-hmm. Yum tea bag. Yum tea bag.
Yeah. Oh.
Ram, you just watch as she slowly floats by in front of you.
That's my girlfriend.
Like, the
She
king
is
and
a
queen
good
know this
girlfriend, Ram.
information. The king and queen know this information, but Kata clearly doesn't, and kind of, like, looks at you like, huh?
What?
For real?
Yeah. Unlike some people, I can act on my impulses and my emotions.
Her
Yeah.
like, face
No
becomes very,
punching.
like, fixed.
He is 5.
She kind of looks at you like, I'm
Thanks,
sure
Maggie.
I don't know what you mean.
I'm sure you don't.
Meaningful stare.
Like there's no facial expression, obviously, because it's metal. But I feel it gets the point across. I'll say.
You have
Oh, yeah,
movable
for sure.
eyebrows at one point.
No, just on
No, we were joking about that.
Just on my chibi version. Angry eyebrows when I rage.
Yeah, because for some reason I feel like that was the one thing we talked about, like when we were planning this, was that that was the only way you could express emotions, and I think that's why I started drawing Ram that way. But
I just changed magnets on my face to convey emotion.
Oh, that would work.
You to meet Mr. Angry Eyes.
Holds up potato head eyes.
Yep, exactly.
All I'm saying is that people will not wait forever, even elves.
It seems like some elves do nothing but wait.
So maybe we should keep them from waiting anymore.
You can start that change. You can. Ram will help you. They know what to say.
I am
They
an
could be-
excellent waver. Sorry, go ahead.
They could be your wing ram.
That was bad even for you.
That's pretty bad.
I've been away for a while. I need to work on the horrible puns and make them both simultaneously more and less horrible.
So you all sort of hang out in the bath for a little while, and I don't know, is there anything that you discuss? What do you decide that you want to do? Like what it wants to be, you want to be your first step?
These two nerds are going to go to the library.
I am excited about the books.
Me too.
It will be fun.
Ones.
Nerds.
Hey.
Sorry, was Hostia one of the Illuminati? I know that's not what they were called. Council.
Hestia was, yes, one of the Council of Luminaries. She was, make me a history check.
But I was there!
Yeah, but you also have a broken memory core, so suck it up, Buttercup.
6. 5.
They were on the council, you know that.
Use my inspiration. 17.
Okay. So, Hestia was the one human on the Council of Luminaries. Everybody else was of other races or whatever. They were the one human that humans in general during the war were sort of, for the most part, they were thought of as lesser because they had no innate magical abilities, some of them not very strong, just any number of stupid reasons. And Hestia really changed that because Hestia was very smart. She was very, she was the one who sort of invented things for people. She helped design Desphira. She helped come up with the engine that kept it in the sky. She's the reason that it could fly. And that sort of ingenuity is what earned her place on the council. You don't specifically remember the goggles, but you do remember that she wore goggles all the time. They were special. They had like different lenses on them, but beyond that, you don't really remember. But she was very quick-witted and very nerdy for sure, in that sort of like always inventing sort of thing. You think that her and O would have gotten along very well.
Gotten along like a grease fire.
If you've ever seen, have you ever watched the She-Ra on the She-Ra cartoon on so she's like oh, what is the princess's name? The one with the hair.
Hold on, I'll look it up. I don't remember.
Is that
she's
the
always
one?
she's
is
always
that-
inventing things.
Is that the jet guy? I've never watched it, but I
No.
Yeah.
So there is one of the princesses that always is like inventing robots and things like that, and very much like that. Very Entrapta. Yeah, there we go. Like I knew it was something strange like that, but yes. So very much like that. She was always constantly like her mouth ran on fiddlesticks. Like she was always talking, always coming up with ideas, designing things constantly. And the gods for the most part didn't really pay much heed to her until she sort of made them. Yes. Yeah, her. And everybody thought that she was just sort of a passive member of the group, but when it came down to it, she was the one who came up with the plan for the final push. She was the one who helped design where you guys were going to go, where you were going to fight, how you were going to contain him. She was the one who came up with the chains that bound him. She was the one who came up with the idea to use his own chains against him.
My friend, the Oblivion guy.
Or that guy.
Yeah, my friend.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope. Not your friend.
Better not be.
Okay, so I guess if you're gonna go the research route, final resting place. A good start.
Right.
Or where he resided after the war. I'm assuming it's here in Dralles, but one of us can talk to the leader of the council, de facto oldest guy.
Airden?
Yeah. And see if he can offer any insight, or they can offer any insight. I feel like they might be old enough to have been there.
Not necessarily. They most likely they would remember the Elvish Civil War that happened. And so a long time ago, Andarin and Jasir used to be one country. And there was a war between the two, the west and the east sides, and Jasir won the right to be their own country after basically stomping the elves. And they split the country in half where the Haven Mountains are. Do you think he's probably old enough to remember that?
But they might have some like verbal history, oral history that was passed to them.
Yeah, knowledge from elders from their younger years. Well, that gives us a place to start. Sure.
It's,
Go ahead.
I guess I'm just gonna hit up graveyards. In case you guys don't have any luck with books.
Alright.
Rainy, that image of Cottonwood's shrine also sort of blooms in your mind again.
I was gonna say, check out the shrine. Maybe Cottonwood's marking places that are important.
Ugh, Cottonwood.
But why would Cottonwood mark
I don't know. We had one in our village too. I don't. Is there anything important near there in our village?
You
My
have one of
home?
these
It was
things?
it was close to the gate.
Hmm.
A lot of times,
Check it out.
Cottonwood. A lot of times, like your village would like leave things there for Cottonwood, but a lot of times Cottonwood would leave apples there for you, for the village. They would just suddenly appear there.
Did say apples on the side of it too, right?
Is there an apple orchard in the city?
There's one on the north end of town, near where the wall meets the woods.
Should we? We can go
The
pick
Summerlin
some
Woods, yeah.
apples. Karini?
Could.
We could.
You remember this person having an affinity for apples as well? Maybe that's
No, but
something
if our arch
Also-
friend in the
It's the Spoonkini, just saying.
Oh, wait, where is it? Where is
I
it?
love it.
Where is it? Where
Here it is, Maggie.
Hold on, I gotta turn the camera back on because the angry at me.
The big salad spoon in the middle.
To cover the gem.
Oh my god, that's amazing! I love it.
That's fantastic.
That is fashion. That is fashion. Ariel can never.
Oh, can
I'm
make
here for
anything.
that nonsense.
I love it.
I am so here for that nonsense.
Anyway, I lost my train of thought with that.
Sorry.
It's amazing.
Apples. You were talking about apples.
Oh, yes. If our arch friend is giving us a pointer in the right direction, possible they knew where it was and hid it in the apple or they just really like apples.
Be either.
We will find out. It will become apparent.
Like to go to the library
No,
and start
apples, not pears.
cross-referencing.
Apparent. Not a pair. And
I'm assuming ants on pears is not usually a good thing.
It's your O.
Oh, Ram.
I'm hilarious.
If we go to the library, can we try to cross-reference mentions of apples with this? It was, what was the name of the?
Bastia.
Sorry, I'm back.
We see if there are mentions of them together, apples, or with this city, or with anything like that.
You could definitely give that a shot.
Try.
So Kata says the orchard is not far from here, just along the north wall. If you follow the curve of the wall, you'll find it.
Okay.
It's inside the city or outside the city?
Within the city. Sort of like at the very top part of the map, you can just see that little clump of trees there, kind of in that area. I have time to make a map for the city, so I just grabbed one.
Okay.
It worked for what I needed to do, so.
Well, you guys are doing your book thing. I can go the apple orchard, and then if that doesn't work out, grave sites? I don't know. Do you bury your dead here? Burn them?
No, we give them to the woods.
Oh. Well,
Can you tell us how that works? Does it have to do with the big tree?
A salmaline tree.
Yes.
The salmaline tree is the heart of the forest.
Hmm.
It is said that all the trees in the forest are connected to that one.
That is often how trees are. They are connected to a tree. But your dead do not go to this tree. They go to the woods.
No, there's a well, maybe they go there, I don't know. But there is a special area that we leave the bodies just beyond the wall, and by morning they're gone.
I see. That is a mystery.
Return to the woods. The woods give us life, and we return to it.
Yes, I understand.
Laura, her presence is very strong here. Some of you know her as the Wild Mother.
So true where I'm from. Saying.
Elise already has a mommy.
Right. List.
And because you had that long rest, like if there's something you need to change.
I don't think she would know to pack it.
No,
so.
but like, yeah.
But if we were to take a sleep, eventually, does have to speak with. And if everything is returned to nature, then they would know. But are there places in the city where you would bury or inter not nobility exactly, like important figures or nobility?
Non-peasants.
No, everyone is returned to the woods. It is the one thing, everyone is equal in death.
Even if they're not elves?
Even if they're not elves. Any citizen of Dralles is returned to the woods. We don't have many non-elves here, but there are some. We don't have any of your kind here.
I noticed.
For lack of trying, but they don't seem to want to be here, so.
Offense, but can you
They are in Baguna.
Yeah.
They are in Baguna.
They are.
Still part of Endarin.
Yeah, they have a little more freedom there than I think they have here. Offense.
That is probably true. Unfortunately. But it is still hopeful to see them. We had thought your kind gone beyond the gate for good. Were you a sentinel? I've heard of them.
Yeah.
So you stayed behind.
Yeah.
Curious. Just the stories that we've heard. There are stories of your kind. And the reasoning behind your changes that you've undergone from what you were created. You are the ultimate science experiment.
I'm a specimen.
Elise looks over to Ram and is just like giving them the eyes like, are they allowed to say that?
I would say Elise would see a very still predator in that moment.
Elise knocks on your door with telepathy, asking permission to talk to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, because Karini did bind all of you, so yeah, you guys.
Yeah. Elise says, do you want me to say something? Because I definitely will.
No, it's okay.
You can tell that Kata didn't mean it maliciously. Like, obviously, she didn't like think about what she was saying, obviously, but she didn't mean it in a.
No. But there's still not much of a difference between like an active maliciousness and like a
microaggression.
Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. The word just
yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
No, you don't have to say anything. Thank you.
No.
Aware that was built. But I also know
get
I'm
the
more than that.
sense. You also get the sense that Kata is more open-minded than some of the other elves that you've seen. But still, there is that underlying tone of like elves are the superior being that Ileana and Asir sort of warned you about when you were coming here. There's that sort of like in everything that you've seen, there has been that underlying tone of elves are superior to everybody.
I think Bram will just also add we need her on our side and
Yes. And like out of character, like even if somebody is very progressive, they can still be microaggressive as hell. Like 100%. So Elise is just kind of like, yes, but never be, afraid that you don't have an ally here. And me, even if I too am not perfect, I want to do my best to help you. Oh.
We don't always get on, but
No. We're friends. And a party. We've been together for a while now, have we not? And we have had fun on the way.
I'd say all of you at this point would just sort of... It's not like muscles relaxing. Ram doesn't have muscles. But you can definitely see there's like one of the joints in the shoulders just kind of opens a little bit. And they have a little bit more of a natural movement to them. Whereas before it was very much like a predator when they go very, very still right before they pounce.
Okay.
We were built for what we were built for.
Oh, I understand. It's just curious how you became from one thing to another.
We always had the capacity.
So it would seem. Yoon in her wisdom must have known what she was doing.
It goes beyond that.
So?
I think without her, we would have figured it out. When you're an oppressed person, harder to realize.
Seems to take in what you say, but there doesn't seem to be that sort of like she takes in what you say, but you're not entirely sure that she believes that necessarily. That without some sort of divine intervention, that maybe your kind wouldn't be what you are.
That track. People who monitor and say who you can worship.
There is that sort of underlying tone that you, again, Ileana and King Asir tried to warn you about a little bit, as as much as they could. And Ram, you also sort of remember the conversation that you had with Asir when you first brought him back about the information that he gave you that you could use in a pinch. He told you about the rift and how it became what it is, how the Council of Andaren a long time ago thought that they could end the war with magic.
Right, okay, yeah.
And blew a hole in basically the fabric of reality. He said only to use that in times of desperation.
That even the council was implicated and we can use it as leverage. And that chaos was involved.
You said that because that happened during the Civil War, right?
Yes. So it's basically what signified the end of the Elvish Civil War was the Council of Dralles back then had gathered in the area just outside of where Baguna is now. And there was a battle that happened there. And the council had used some sort of magical ability that they all shared and basically blew up themselves and a lot of other people all in one go. And it ripped a hole between the material plane and somewhere else. They don't really know where because everything that comes out of there is different.
The one guy...
It's never from the same place.
One guy is probably old enough to have lived through that. Which
you gather probably he would have been very young at the time, but he probably was around.
And would that make sense? Would that make sense to Karani, just thinking about those things together, why he might be mage but still follow Arathis? Like,
it would make sense that seeing the kind of chaos that caused would cause him to go to somebody who is the embodiment of law and order.
Okay. What's her name again? The lady that's with us.
Kada?
What was that?
Kada?
Kada, yes, thank you. You Vayun or something, or is it just the idea of Vayun, I suppose? Or is it just knowing that history yourself?
I have studied. I have studied. We have extensive libraries here. The magic academies within Andaren in general are. They rival the repositories of Bohami. Some maybe not as elaborate. And she sort of gives a nod at Ileana and Asir. But still.
Perhaps different information, though.
It is entirely possible. They do not feed into each other. We are working on a system of compiling the knowledge, but it doesn't work the same as the repositories. The libraries here are separated. They don't all feed into one central location.
And of curiosity,
I also thought it dangerous.
Okay. Gods that are chosen and permitted for this. Mm-hmm. They line up with what are represented in the temple in Pearl Keep.
For sure, yes.
Only those?
Those are the main ones. There are several minor deities that are allowed, but the ones in Pearl Keep are the And Karini, you kind of remember that the ones there were basically the ones that were considered to be on the Divine Council.
Good and neutral, probably.
Mm-hmm. Mostly good. There are very few neutral deities there.
Okay.
Some, but not many. Like, they all have a very specific, like, they were on the side of good.
Okay.
It's very different from when you were in Blackspire, where all deities were allowed, even the betrayer gods.
Okay.
The duplicitous gods were allowed to be worshipped there and in Avirus.
Do you mind if I ask your council? Do any of you follow any of the gods, or are you more practically oriented? You don't have to
Well,
answer.
Theoden follows Arathis. I, for the most part, follow Melora.
Oh.
Most here follow Melora.
Interesting.
Is the embodiment of the woods, and we get much of our life force from there.
Right.
Food we eat.
I don't know that this has any bearing on anything that's happening, but worth asking. For all the bases. Thanks.
It is not that you cannot discuss them here, but they're not. Worship is restricted.
Do I have insight on what that exactly, like the depths of that?
With your courtier feature, yeah, probably you would know that, like, worship of the Divine Council is encouraged. Not required, but encouraged. They're very much a oh god, what is that? They're very much a theocracy in that sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're more logically minded, you still follow one of the...
Yes, more than likely.
You pick one that aligns with your interests, kind of a thing.
Yes. Faith is encouraged in Andaran. Not required, obviously, but encouraged heavily. And even most homes in Andaran will have like private shrines to whatever deity that the family would follow.
Is my deity a cool deity?
Who is your deity?
The Raven Queen, because I'm the chosen one.
She is a member of the council, and like you can see, like Kata's demeanor changes a little bit from being very like she was being very like open and relaxed with you, and now like her smile is kind of stiff and forced. And she says the Raven Queen is allowed here. Yes.
Oh, I was asking you out of character.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. So I don't. Yeah. I just wanted to make sure I was cool.
You haven't seen any Raven Queen like iconography or anything like that while you were walking through the city.
No
and
cool
there is
merch?
there is no cemetery here.
Yeah.
So
Elise makes note to talk to Mommy Raven Queen and Calangor. I'm tired.
Okay,
Yes,
we're almost
later. Yeah, and it's not you guys. I relay this to Karini that like she does mean it's very, very, very heavily encouraged to have some sort of religion, but only the religions that are approved.
Are you saying that through like your bond?
Yeah, our bond, our homie friendship bond.
And bond.
Yeah. So I let Craney know this, that it's like very encouraged to be, but in a specific way. and then I continue to just blow bubbles into the water. I've sunk back down.
We're still floating around like a messed up tea bag.
O's peeking into the water at you, Elise.
I'm very still now. I'm listening to the conversation, and Elise is very distracted if O wanted to get revenge.
One Kenku shark coming up.
With just the beak sticking out of the water.
No, O can cast a spell that turns them into a water creature, so
This is true.
Oh,
there
no.
you go.
Yes.
I'm still sad that Craigbot doesn't pick that up.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't pick up the sounds.
Tragedy. Sad.
But yeah, so you all sort of sit in the bath, and the conversation turns more friendly after all of that, more to like local news.
About the gods.
Yeah, more like local news.
They just
like
met. Let's talk politics and religion, the great dividers.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Both
going to my
always try to
family
get you
reunion.
laid.
Tell me about all the customs you have that I'll definitely hate.
You can see that Eliana and Kata they're catching up. Obviously, it's been a little bit since they've seen each other, and eventually, like Kenny and Frank, they go to bed, and the night sort of sets in. And if you would like to go to bed, great. Or if you're going to go cause chaos in the city, also great.
How late's the library open?
Because we're gonna cause chaos in the library. Actually,
They tell you that it doesn't close. It's open all the time, and she's off. Like she will
24/7.
give you a writ that will let you in. You do have to usually have permission to get into the library, but she will give you a writ that grants you access.
You'll at the very least go if no one else wants to, but
I will go.
All right. So eventually, like Kata gets you the letter. She borrows some parchment from Daja at the front desk and gives you a writ. And
Yeah, she
signs
does.
it. There is Daja goes to hand her the paper and stuff, and the two of you that are there can see that their hands touch and linger a little bit too long.
is
That's
it
pretty
like? I just have to ask.
Okay.
If we're watching this. Is it like Kata is a little bit oblivious to the fact that there's a reciprocal thing happening, or Kata was just denying it flat out earlier?
It's like Kata was denying it, and also you get the sense that Daja doesn't necessarily push the issue.
Okay.
Given what you know about how the council is, how just the society is set up in general, you get that there's a disconnect as far as maybe one of them thinks they're too good for the other one, or not good enough, or something like that.
Maybe there's a secret tryst going on.
I don't know, but there's somebody who knows secrets.
Well, who's that?
Ram sneaks out with their book.
Aster says that she's gonna go to bed.
Okay, I'm gonna watch these chuckle fucks at the library to make sure they don't burn anything down.
Oh, we're going to the.
Yeah,
you guys are going to the
never.
Nerd Palace?
I would never.
Are you gonna go
love
to the?
theater.
Are you gonna go to the orchard as well?
Elisa wants to go to the orchard.
Okay, Elise and I will go to the orchard.
Okay, perfect. We're splitting the party, and that's where we're gonna end the episode.
Oh no.
Thing is fine.
3 ways.
What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, exactly.
This is just payback for all the times that Mistwalkers has been split.
Well, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it.
But should we be?
Yes.
I give you guys multiple locations in town on purpose to see where you're gonna go. You split the party 3 ways. It's not my problem.
Well, it is, because you gotta prep for it, bitch.
I'm already prepped. So ha.
Anyway, thanks for watching. Happy 56th episode.
Yeah.
Just for funsies.
I can't believe we've been here that long. That's crazy. Like,
yeah.
I'm here for it.
We're gonna go raid the Mind's Eye. He's back on his D&D shit, so we're gonna throw him some love. If you haven't followed the Mind's Eye, make sure you give him a follow. He is one of our co-streamers here at the back tier. And we will see you tomorrow morning for Together Among Stars, again with Keela from Potions and Potpourri. Pre-recorded. But we'll see you
had
then.
to. It was the only way to make the schedules work.
Yeah, it happens. It is what it is. I'm not worried about it. So we'll see you in the morning. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.